As part of preparations to achieve free, fair, and credible governorship election on November 8 in Anambra State, International Press Center (IPC), funded by the European Union, Component 4, support to media, in collaboration with Center for Media Society, organized forum on enhanced reportage, inclusivity, and accountability of stakeholders towards Anambra governorship polls. In their opening remarks on day one of the media engagement held in Awka, the Anambra State capital, Executive Director of IPC, Mr. Lanre Arogundade, and Dr. Akin Akimbulu, Executive Director, Center for Media Society, reminded journalists of their key roles in reporting of electoral activities, reminding practitioners that every newsroom now must be a civic classroom by ensuring that proper information is dished out to the public.
Recognize elections as the bedrock of any democratic society because it is a proven means for citizens to participate by expressing their opinions, making their choices, and choosing parties and candidates they believe would fulfill their goals and aspirations. The media, as we all know, plays a very critical role in this process, with enormous responsibilities standing on it by such frameworks as the Electoral Act 2022 as amended, the Nigerian Broadcasting Code for those of us in the broadcast media, and the Nigerian Media Code for election coverage, not to mention the overarching constitutional obligation imposed on the media to monitor governance and hold government accountable to the people. That is Section 22 of our Constitution.
This is a test of faith. Faith in the power of truth to prevail over falsehood, in the power of professionalism to triumph over propaganda, and in the power of collective action to secure peace. Praise in the democratic work, working shoulder to shoulder to uphold media freedom, deepen electoral integrity, and amplify the voices that sustain Nigeria's democracy.
The IPC EU SDG 2 Component 4 Communication Officer Olutoyin Ayode gave participants overview of Component 4 support to media of EU SDGN 2.
And the EU SDGN framework is the European Union Support to Democratic Governance in Nigeria program. The website is eusdgn.org. And the title of the action itself is Strengthening the Media for Fair, Accurate, Ethical, and Inclusive Coverage of Electoral Processes in Nigeria. With the media encompassing broadcast, print, and online media, playing pivotal roles in engaging the process through professional coverage and reportage of electoral process. The implementation period is the period actually started from 2022, and it's expected to end by 2027.
Resource person at the gathering, while speaking on the theme embedding ethics, professionalism, inclusion, and issue-focused reporting before and after the Anambra governorship election, harped on the need for journalists to be ethical, which she says implies objectivity, clarity, impartiality, fairness, balance, plus more. She also stressed on the need to verify your sources of information, be factual, provide context to your stories, provide authentic background, among others.
Professional is to practice according to the rules. If you're practicing according to the rules, it means you're professional. Okay? Every profession has rules guiding it. If you're a well-trained journalist, and by well-trained I mean someone who has exposed himself or herself to journalistic teachings or trainings in a journalistic school, okay? You will qualify as a journalist when you have undergone the necessary training, and by so doing you become a professional. You don't just come into a profession without knowing anything about that profession and call yourself perhaps a journalist because you can simply write. Ability to write is not all it takes to be a professional journalist, but you need that professional training.
The resource person found arts, misinformation and disinformation, reiterating the need for speed and excellence in this era of citizen journalism.
When the leaders know that the journalists will report all their actions, all their utterances, that the journalists will interrogate whatever they are doing or saying, anytime, any day, they will be more accountable. When journalists are ethical in their reportage, it builds trust and credibility. The public will believe in you. The public will trust you. The public will follow you, even sheepishly, because they already have that confidence in you. But wherever you are unethical, the reverse is the case.
Part 2 of the event was conversation on media election codes, safety issues and election coverage tips, what has been done so far and what should still be done. Calm question and answers and clarification on key issues. This activity is funded by the European Union under Component 4 Support to the Media of the EU's Support to Democratic Governance in Nigeria Phase 2.